2 years ago, when I was in the United States, I was body shamed. 2 years ago, I was 27 pounds more heavy, and my friends up there made fun of me for being so overweight. I probably was. I had little rolls and stuff. But as you can see, I'm not really big, and body shaming me over that was just something, I overreacted to it. And what I did was I went to the doctor. I went to Dr. Brandon Winters, and he told me if I did just two things, just two simple things, I could lose that weight. And he explained to me the reasons and stuff, but the two things were this. First, I had to adjust my liquids. Second, I had to adjust the solids, the stuff I was bringing in for nutrients. And the first thing was coffee. I drank coffee before a meal, during a meal, and I really had a delight of having coffee immediately after a meal. And so the first thing he said, it didn't matter really that it was coffee, it could have been anything, but he said first thing that you got to do is you got to cut out the liquids. Before you eat, a half hour before you eat and a half hour after you eat, stop with the liquids. The reason for that is because it interferes with the nutrients that I'm taking into my body. I've never taken supplements, so I've always counted on the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from my food. But when I drink the coffee at the same time, my body could not process the nutrients properly, and so I gained a lot of weight. I did gain a lot of weight, and it was over a period of time, and I wanted to lose it all at once. The second thing he said was to vary what I was doing with the food I was eating in. He said it had to be unprocessed, and it had to be uncooked. Now this didn't mean eating raw hamburger or raw fish or something. It was mostly fruits and vegetables, nuts, things like that. And so I'd have 85% would be unprocessed, uncooked food, usually vegetables and fruit. And so over the course of a few months, I was able to lose 27 pounds. So how does that help you? That's what happened to me. How does that help you? It helps you know something about me, but how's it going to help you? Because we're ready to take the next step. Here on our channel, here on the channel that I hope that you join me with, over the next year, we're going to go ahead and not only do those things I described already, but we're going to start growing our food. How can you be sure what nutrients, what vitamins, what minerals are in the food that you eat unless you grow it yourself? And I'd like to join you. I'm here in Zone 23, and I'd like you to join me if you're in about Zone 23. That would be similar to Poway, California. I'm in Lower California. But as I do the research over the next year, and I make the plantings over the next year, you'll be able to do the same thing. Now, I don't have any experience, any good experience, with growing food. In fact, what I've done is the opposite. Over the last 15 years, I've tried many times to grow tomatoes, squash, carrots, radishes, onions. Nothing has worked. I've managed to get one or two times a couple of tomato plants to put out 2 or 3 fruit or something like that, but nothing to make it worthwhile. It hasn't worked out for me. So what am I going to have to do? I have to get some outside source. I have to get some outside help to help me and then show you what I'm doing. I'm going to show you what I'm doing in a way that you can do it. You can go out and get the same people that I did, and here's who I got. I got Rogers Landscaping Company of Poway, California, visited my property, and they gave me a number of things to do. The second thing is that we want a plan of what we're going to include this year. Do we want tomatoes? Do we want Nepales? Do we want onions? Do we want, whatever it is we want, fruit trees, avocado trees? The agriculture engineer is going to help me plan from A to Z what we're going to do this year. And I'm going to go ahead and present videos that show exactly what we're doing that month. For example, in the month of January, a few days from now, we're going to plant Nepales. Now, what is Nepales? Perhaps you've heard of it before. It's a desert plant, and it grows everywhere in Zone 23. They're often on the side of the road and stuff. If you go up through High Valley in Poway, you'll see them on the side of the road. Now, Nepales is a cactus plant, and some people eat the palm. You know, as I mentioned, I really have no experience except killing plants. I can't tell you the number of plants that I've killed before. So using Rogers Landscape, using the agriculture engineer on this do-it-yourself channel here in Zone 23, we'll be able to build a channel together, and we'll be able to make 50% of our diet from food that we grow together. It's going to be really fun. You know, on this channel, we're going to learn together. On this channel, we're going to grow our own food. Vitamins, minerals, things that occur naturally on our food, grown just exactly like our body wants it. Just like our body wants it and needs it.